In a game that had all the makings of a pivotal NFC showdown, the Philadelphia Eagles season took another gut-wrenching turn on Monday night. Hosting the Los Angeles Chargers at Lincoln Financial Field, the Eagles fell 22-19 in overtime, their third straight defeat that has suddenly cast a shadow over what was once a dominant campaign. At the center of the collapse? Quarterback Jalen Hurts, who delivered a career-worst performance marred by 5 turnovers, 4 interceptions, and a lost fumble that single-handedly derailed Philadelphia's comeback hopes. The loss wasn't just a blemish, it was a wake-up call. With the Dallas Cowboys lurking in the rearview mirror, the Eagles' grip on the NFC East lead is starting to feel precarious. What unfolded under the primetime lights was a stark reminder of how fragile even the league's most explosive offenses can be when their signal caller unravels. A game defined by missed opportunities. The matchup began with promise for the Eagles, who entered desperate to halt their skid after dropping decisions to the Ravens and Commanders in back-to-back weeks. But from the outset, the offense sputtered. Philadelphia managed just 4 of 13 on third downs, a conversion rate that left their defense on the field far too long against a Chargers squad led by rookie sensation Justin Herbert. The game's lone bright spot for the Eagles came early in the fourth quarter, a lightning-quick 3-play drive capped by running back Saquon Barkley's electric 52-yard touchdown scamper, briefly injecting life into a crowd that had grown increasingly restless. Yet for every step forward, there were 2 back, courtesy of Hurts' air and arm. The Chargers, opportunistic as ever, capitalized on Philadelphia's gifts. They converted 2 of Hurts' picks into field goals and turned another into a momentum-swinging touchdown drive. The real dagger, however, came in overtime. After Los Angeles struck first with a routine field goal, the Eagles marched into field goal range, poised to force a second extra period. That's when Hurts floated a deep shot to wideout Jahan Dotson, only for Chargers safety Tony Jefferson to step in front, sealing the victory with a game-ending interception. Final score: Chargers 22, Eagles 19. But the numbers tell only half the story of Philadelphia's unraveling. Hurts' historic heist: 5 turnovers in one night. No single player shoulders more blame than Jalen Hurts, whose stat line read like a quarterback's horror novel: 21 completions on 40 attempts for 240 yards, 0 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and a crippling lost fumble. His 31.2 total QBR marked the 5th time in his career it's dipped below 40, a brutal nadir for a player who's carried the Eagles to Super Bowl contention. The turnovers were as bizarre as they were brutal. Early in the second quarter, Hurts etched his name into the annals of NFL infamy. He became the first quarterback since 1978, according to the Elias Sports Bureau, to cough up the ball twice on the same play. Flinging an interception to Chargers defensive lineman Deshaun Hand, Hurts somehow recovered his own bauble, only to fumble it right back while scrambling away from a sack. It was chaos incarnate, the kind of sequence that leaves coaches shaking their heads and fans checking the injury report for phantom ailments. This wasn't Hurts' norm. Entering the game, the dual-threat star had tossed just 2 picks across Philadelphia's first 12 contests, a testament to his growth under offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. But Monday felt like regression. Too many turnovers, Hurts admitted post-game, his voice heavy with accountability. Lots of opportunities, especially when we get on the other side of the 50-yard line, and I wasn't able to get us in the box. The Eagles' inability to sustain drives beyond midfield was glaring. Time and again, Hurts' decisions faltered under pressure, with the Chargers' secondary, bolstered by Jefferson's heroics, feasting on misfires. For a team that prides itself on ball security, this was uncharted territory. As Hurts put it, "It starts with me and how I play, how I lead. There's no excuses. We just got to come together and find ways to win, and I have to find the way to win." Sirianni's defense: team effort, but Hurts owns the ball. Head coach Nick Sirianni, ever the diplomat, pushed back on pinning it all on his quarterback. "Obviously, this game is the ultimate team game, so it's never just on one person," Sirianni said, emphasizing the collective responsibility. "Now, ultimately, he always has the ball in his hands, and I know he'll wear a lot of that and own that." and I got to do a better job of helping him in those scenarios. Sirianni pointed to schematic tweaks and execution lapses across the board. Did we help him be in position to succeed and then execute, right? So, obviously, you never want to turn the ball over. We've been pretty good at that, and tonight was a little uncharacteristic of ourselves. Still, the optics are tough. Hurts holds the pigskin, and in a league where possessions are currency, 5 giveaways are bankruptcy. Ripples in the NFC East. Cowboys circle the wagons. For the Eagles, the stakes couldn't be higher. This skid has eroded a once comfortable division lead, with the Cowboys now sniffing blood in the water. A win would have padded Philadelphia's cushion and silenced doubters. Instead, it invites questions about their ceiling. Are the Eagles, bolstered by Barkley's explosiveness and a top-tier defense, peaking too early, or is this just a mid-season hiccup? History suggests resilience. Hurts has rebounded from worse, and Sirianni's squad still boasts the talent to make a deep playoff run. But with the calendar flipping toward December's gauntlet, the margin for error is razor-thin. The Chargers, meanwhile, climbed to 7-5, validating Herbert's ascent and Jim Harbaugh's steady hand in LA. The road ahead, redemption or reckoning. As the Eagles lick their wounds, all eyes turn to Hurts. The former Alabama star, now in his 4th NFL season, has transformed from gadget guy to franchise cornerstone. But nights like this test that evolution. Can he dissect film, refine his reads, and reclaim the poise that defined his 2022 MVP caliber form? Philadelphia's faithful deserve answers and wins. The next test comes Sunday against a divisional foe, where another stumble could turn whispers into roars. For now, Hurts' vow echoes loudest. He knows he must be better. In the NFL's unforgiving arena, knowing is half the battle. Doing is the victory lap.